Hey guys, what's on? NBA playoffs are here. We are so excited over here at K&A lineups, man. I know it's only been 2 days since NBA, but man, it's felt like forever since we've been doing them. So, hey, they're here. We are excited. They start really early though. I think 9 o'clock on the West Coast. So, a lot earlier start time than we are used to. Um, so trying to do this early in the morning for you guys, so you guys can see it. We got 4 games for the playoffs, so um, not too many games for today and then for tomorrow to start the playoffs. So anyway, like I said, we are very excited that the playoffs are here. And the other thing, playoffs are here, and our playoff package is here as well. We got $25 for the entire playoffs. Like I said, month and a half to 2 months of playoffs for $25. That's very, very cheap. We'll have our NBA Twitter and a regular Twitter as usual down in the comment section for you guys to message us. Get all set up on the NBA package. It's definitely worth it. We had a heck of a year so far in the NBA. We were cashing almost every single night, so really excited to transfer that over to the playoffs. So if you don't have that, you can email us as well, and we'll get you set up there. Like I said, if you don't have Twitter, you can email us, and we will send you guys lineups through email as well. So, and our MLB package is here as well. We got just for week special. We got 10 per week, 30 per month, 100 up to the All-Star break, and 200 for the whole season. It's usually 15 a week, 50 per month, 150 at the All-Star break, and 275 for the whole season. So getting a little bit of a discount here just for a week. Giving you guys a little bit of a discount. With that being said, like I said, we are really excited for NBA playoffs to start. So anyway, we will get into our small 4-game slate here. So it's going to be the playoffs are going to be a little repetitive when we're talking, because for about a week straight it's going to be the same teams playing each other. So it's going to get a little repetitive. Hey, play this guy against him. Play this guy against him. So obviously you got to worry about the repetitiveness, but let's do this. Anyway, we got Indiana, Toronto, 194 over and under, and Toronto by 6. So hey, it is the playoffs. Right, the stars are going to have to come out. Kyle Lowry, I think he's one of the best price point guards tonight against George Hill. As you guys see, he's not doing too good in the regular season, resting a lot, not really giving too much of an effort, because he doesn't want to waste it. It's playoffs in Toronto. Kyle Lowry's going to step up. I see about, what he was mid-season, get 40 to 45 every night. I really like Kyle Lowry. He's going to have to step it up here, lead his team, him and DeRozan. Speaking of DeRozan, I like DeRozan as well, but probably like Kyle Lowry a little bit more. DeRozan, 8,200. They have had, three days of rest, so, they're pretty rested, all ready to go. On paper, Indiana's really good for the most part, against shooting guard, but I just don't know how. I mean, Monte Ellis is, for the most part, a point guard, not the biggest guy out there. DeRozan, I think he should do fine out here. So I do like DeRozan. Probably going to go with Kyle Lowry over DeRozan, though. And then we're moving on. We got Paul George, and I think DeMar Carroll, he is. I think he's going to be back and ready to play. So just in time for playoffs. That hurts Paul George just a little bit because he's a very, very, very good defender. Is he all the way back healthy? Not sure yet. Is he going to limit Paul George? I don't know. The thing, though, is he's 8,800, and as you know, we got that Houston Golden State game. We got OKC. Do I want to spin up on Paul George? Probably not. I mean, I just don't see it when you got all these other guys out there. Plus, he can only maybe get you 30, 35, so I'm not going to spend up on Paul George here. Maybe GPP because no one's going to have him, so there you go. All right, let's go to the power forward position. Miles Turner, maybe GPP, but Toronto is pretty good against the power forward position for the most part. You got Luis Scola. He doesn't really do much. See, I think one guy that has a good rating is Mahaney. Yeah, he's not too bad. 500. I don't mind Mahiney. Toronto not the best team against center position. Valkun is not the best defender. Mahiney doesn't really score too much, mostly a rebounding kind of guy. So, I mean, shoot, if this guy can get me 25 points, I'm happy with it. I don't know if he'll do it tonight. Maybe 22, 23 from Mahiney. Uh, I don't. The thing is, you're going to have some cheap guys in this just because there's so many expensive out there. So, if Mahiney only gets you 23, 24, you'll be okay with it as long as the rest of your guys, do really good. As we all know, it is the playoffs, so there's really, you can't go to your 3,500 or your 4,000, K player. That's all gone. So it's going to be a little bit more of a strategy here in the playoffs. So Mahiney, he's going to come and play, even though he's not going to be the most productive guy. He's going to see his minutes. He's, like I said, hopefully gets his rebound, some points, 23, 25. I'll take it for 5,300. All right, you got Valanciunas. Honestly, I probably just spent up if you can, to get Valanciunas. He's only 700 more, so I'll just probably spend up to get Valanciunas. A little bit more productive player, a little bit more reliable as well. So I think that mostly does this one. Like I said, I'm not going to target too many. Over and under is really low. Plus, you got all these other really high-scoring games coming up. So maybe Kyle Lowry, just because he is the cheaper, one of the cheaper point guards. He's 8,500, but I'll still take him. All right, next we got Houston and Golden State. This is just going to be a high-scoring series all throughout. Houston, it's a 225 over and under, and Golden State by 13. So. My big question is, let's say Golden State does beat Houston here. So is beating them pretty good in the fourth quarter? Are they going to sit all their players, Golden State that is, in the fourth quarter like they usually do, or are they going to play them? Probably Steve Kerr probably going to sit some of them since it is still the first round. If they're up by 20, they'll probably sit them. So, they are at home. Curry is 11-2. Definitely skyrocketed up. Is he a must play? Man, I don't know. I mean, you got to have him in there. It's either him or Westbrook, and I think Curry has the better matchup. Plus, a lot high-paced game, a lot faster. So yeah, I don't know if it's a must play, but he's probably going to be at least 85, 90% owned. So. Maybe go different in a tournament, but cash game, yes, you got to play Curry. Beverly, someone's going to maybe not too bad. If you look at him, I know it's the regular season, but he got you, 36, 29, 42. If this guy is 5K and going to get me 25, 30, I will definitely take it, and it's a high-paced game as well, like I said. That also helps. So 25 from Beverly, I don't mind that at all. But then you got Harden and Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson, for me, is way underpriced right now against a very, very easy matchup here against Houston. I know he hasn't been hot, but San Antonio, Memphis, for the most part, are pretty good defenses. So I think he'll definitely take advantage here of Harden and probably get you 35 points tonight. So I do like Klay Thompson. For me, he's underpriced and one of the cheaper guys on the slate. So, if he's going to give me 35, I'll take it. Then you got James Harden. There's 4 guys for 10K. Me personally, I'm probably going to fade Harden. I know it's hard to say that, but I need Kevin Durant. So I gotta fade one of these guys. So I think Curry and Durant, if you can get them in there. Maybe Harden, just depends on how all the salary works out. Yeah, but man, I think I really need I need Kevin Durant a lot. All right, so we got to find some value. As you see, there's a lot of expensive guys. Got to find some value guys in there. So Harrison Barnes, maybe he's 4,800. Like I said with the Mahiney, you need a guy that's going to get you 20 to 24 points for a pretty respectable salary. And maybe Harrison Barnes, he is facing Houston, fast game. So maybe I don't really like picking him, but maybe you got Michael Beasley. They're not playing Beasley at all anymore. So I think he's kind of out of the question right now. Kind of stings because we really were liking Beasley early on. Then maybe Ariza. I have to look a little bit more history on him. He is going up against Barnes, pretty good defender for the most part. And then maybe some of the bench players, Iguodala, Finals MVP last year, 19 and 18. Maybe put in Iguodala. I mean, if he, like I said, if he's going to get you 20 points and he's $3,800, that's all you really need when you have all these other guys out there. So I really do like Iguodala. Usually never pick the guy, but got to find value in the playoffs. All right, you got Draymond has a heck of an easy matchup here against Houston. Do I want to spend $9K on this guy? Man, it's hard because, Draymond is a heck of a player, we know. I need at least 40, 45 from him. Can he get it? Easy. He can easily get it. I just don't there. It's either, Draymond or Al Horford or, not Al Horford, Paul Millsap or Dirk Nowitzki. Probably going to go with Paul Millsap over Green. It's hard to say that, but we'll have to see. Just it all matters on how the salary all lays out. Then you got Dwight Howard and Andrew Bogut. I think Bogut's going to get a little bit more minutes, probably around 25 minutes tonight. So maybe a GPP with Bogut, get to 25, 30. Just depends on how much they're going to play him. They're probably going to need him a little bit here against Dwight Howard. It just depends on, is Houston going to play small, to go with Golden State, or is Golden State going to stay big? Usually Golden State goes small and puts Green at the center. So, the bad thing about Houston is all their power forwards and centers are really not the most versatile guys. Clint Capella, Monty Eunice, Jones, they're not really, athletic like Draymond Green. So I don't know what they're going to do. Probably going to have Howard in there quite a bit. So maybe Howard, but man, I'm not too sure. The only reason I'd say maybe Howard is because Golden State has been struggling against the center position, so maybe Howard, but I'm not too sure. Maybe 30, 35 from the guy, but 6,900, not too sure about that. But anyway, we'll move on. We got Boston and Atlanta, 204 over and under, and Atlanta by 5. So this is going to be one of the games you're going to want to target just because it is really close, and for the most part, a lot of these guys are pretty cheap. So if you want to put some OKC and Houston and Golden State players in there, you got to get some of these mid-range guys from this game, and this is where you're going to want to attack. Isaiah Thomas, I really don't mind him. The bad thing, though, they are on the just a little. Thomas plays better at home. Teague not a bad defender, but I'd probably still go with Kyle Lowry over Thomas, though. Then you got Avery Bradley. I really don't mind him here against the Atlanta shooting guards. Yeah, definitely. Probably going to have Bradley in there in quite a bit of my lineups. Then you got Jay Crowder. For me, almost a must-play. $5,800. I mean, shoot. Playoffs, this guy's going to get you, 35. I really like him against Atlanta. You got Evan Turner. Not a bad option either. I think Crowder obviously is going to get more of the playing time and more touches. So this lead me, like I said, to Paul Millsap. I really like Millsap here against Boston. Got you 65 points last time he faced him on the 9th, so that's another huge plus why I really like Millsap over Draymond Green. Plus, it's going to be a little bit more competitive. It was one of the, I think the number one option, obviously, for Atlanta here. So Millsap going to be in a lot of my lineups, so I really like him against Boston. Then you got Solinger. He hasn't really been doing too much. Don't really care for any of those other guys. And then you got Al Horford, 7,800 maybe, but he's probably a cash game just because he's going to get you 35 to 36, which, is fine tonight if you can afford him. But for me, he's a little too expensive for me just because of, the salary you guys have to deal with tonight. So it's going to be a little hard to get Al Horford, but I'm definitely going to have Paul Millsap in a lot of my lineups. Didn't really mention any of these other guys. Like I said, I don't like playing smalls against Boston here, so they're going to move on. This is obviously a really short video, only 4. Anyway, we got Dallas and OKC, our last game of the night. We got a 206 over and under, and Oklahoma City by 11. So as I mentioned earlier, I have to have Kevin Durant in there against Dallas. I really love KD. Get you 50-55 tonight at home. So really like Kevin Durant. Don't mind Wesley Matthews either. Third best. The rating of the night projected at 23, and he's for the most part pretty cheap as well. And I said you got to get some of these cheap guys in there. So we can get you 25-30. I'll definitely be fine with Matthews. Taking on the shooting guards of OKC. That's where OKC struggles, is the shooting guard position. Don't know if they'll put Matthews on Durant. They may do that, but I definitely do like Matthews quite a bit. One interesting guy here is D. Williams. Going to be, for the most part, a pretty high-paced game, not as fast as the Houston game. But I think in the past he lit up Westbrook, if I'm not mistaken. If this guy can get you 30, 35, which I think he can tonight, he's gonna have to step it up, gonna get some shots. For the most part, he's pretty well rested. Had a lot of layoff because of injury, plus he had these extra 2 days until playoffs. So I do like D. Williams tonight, 60, 200, really respectable. Gonna get a lot of playing time. Then you got Russell Westbrook. I'm going to go with probably Curry here over Westbrook, even though I love Westbrook tonight. It's up to you guys. You guys can pick either one. Both of them are really good, but I'm going to go with Curry. And then you got Dirk Nowitzki against Serge Ibaka. I don't mind Dirk, but just go with Paul Millsap here. And then GPP, Serge Ibaka maybe. He's been all over the place, but as we know, Dirk Nowitzki, not the best defender out there. Maybe Ibaka gets you 25-30, get you some blocks, some rebounds. 5,800, really respectable price for him. So definitely see him get some action as well. So I don't mind Ibaka as a mid-range power forward tonight. All right, moving on, we got Canner, Adams, Zaza, Pachulia. Surprisingly, Canner's price dropped down $1,000, but that's because everybody's back. So I still don't mind Canner here. For the most part, Dallas does struggle against the center position. My question is here: are they going to play Canner more to get some more offense, or are they going to play Adams more to get defense? That's the big question. I still think about 25 fantasy points from Canner tonight. So I don't mind Canner at all. That helps his price is really cheap. Adams, he's been hot as well. Get some pretty big minutes, but it's up to you guys. Either one of those guys. Canner, I think, has a little bit more upside just because he has more of an offense scheme to him. Like I said, if Zaza is going to start, man, you got to play one of those OKCs against them. Zaza, terrible defender. So I think that mostly does it. Like I said, a really short video. There's only 4 games, plus, the games start really early in the morning. So, got to get this uploaded, got to get all my research in, and Anthony and I will, definitely get you guys some lineups on that premium page. So, I'm going to do one lineup for you guys just because only 4 games. So, and, got to do a lot more research to get all those other ones in there. So, as I said, I want Steph Curry. I'm going to go with D. Williams here. Klay Thompson, Wesley Matthews, sorry. Let's go Kevin Durant. Iguodala. All right, I don't think I get Millsap in this one, which is a shame. I really want Millsap. I got to get him in there. Let's as I said, if Bogut gets his minutes, I really don't mind him. Plus, he has a pretty good rating, and so that's the only bad thing. Like I said, hopefully he gets his 25 minutes, because as we've seen in the past, Bogut is really productive in his time he gets. May change it to Canner or Adams. We'll have to see. And like I said, I don't think I can't get Paul Millsap, which is definitely a shame. For me, I can't get him in here. I mean, I'll definitely have to work on it. But for me, Millsap and Ibaka are my two power forwards tonight. Obviously, I'm way short of my salary, but nobody else for the center power forward position I really care for at all. So obviously, like I said, well short, but that is all the players I'm going to target. Really like Curry and D. Will in there. Like I said, you can go a little bit cheaper and get Beverly. I don't mind him either. Not too high on any of those other point guards at all. Bradley, if you want to spend up. And then, and then DeRozan, obviously. Jay Crowder. So like I said, there's a lot of people I like. It's going to be very difficult to get all these guys in there just because everyone is so expensive. But we will definitely going to work on that. Anthony and I are going to do a lot more research and get some lineups for you guys. So with that being said, hope you guys do enjoy the video. Like I said, we are very excited. $25 for the entire playoffs. It's going to be really, really stressful, to get some good lineups here. To make them yourself, because playoffs, and it's not like a regular season where you guys can just pick people and they all fit. It's going to be a lot of work, and it's going to be stressful. So, let us do it for you. We've had a lot of success with the regular season and ready to take on NBA. So, let us do the work for you. Like I said, we will have our NBA, our MLB, and our regular Twitter links all down there for you guys. Can click on either one. You guys can message us, about getting on the NBA pack or anything like that, and we'll get you all set up. And if you don't have Twitter, you can email us, and we'll give you emails through lineups through email. There you go. So sorry guys. Anyway, if you do enjoy the video, please leave a like. We really do appreciate it. As I said, lineups lock at 12:30 Eastern time, so really early. We're on the East Coast, West Coast, as I said, so it's going to lock early for us. So keep that in mind. Not the usual 7 o'clock lineup lock. So early games here today, so definitely keep that in mind. So that being said, if you do enjoy the video, please leave a like. We definitely do appreciate it, guys. If you have not subscribed yet, definitely hit that subscribe button for more awesome videos. Check out our NBA and our MLB page as well. So, thank you for watching. Hope everyone had a good week, and, hope everyone had a good weekend as well, and we will see you all tomorrow.